So today, teachers will be talking about teaching aids and methodology, which is very, very important. Other teaching aids very important for any age group, depending on the topic. But for kindergarten, it is extremely important. One thing, to get their attention. Second, to make our teaching, they should get a clarity. Our teaching should have a clarity. And when we approach towards the children with the teaching aids, they will understand better. They will grasp faster. Why teaching aids are important? Just reading a story does not make sense. But appropriate props, the teaching aids, very, very important for this age group especially, because one, they will understand better and clearly if we have a teaching aid with us. Second, they will remain, their attention span will be more. Third, the focus is more strong. We can get them focused on what we are teaching. We can get their attention on what we are teaching with the help of teaching aids. Teaching aids can be anything. Some teachers really take it very seriously, even for a 4-line poem. They see to it, they make some sort of props. Yes, that is their creativity. That is their interest in paperwork. That is their interest in craft. That is their interest in origami. Yes, some of them will be very interested in origami. So what they do, even for a 4-line explanation, they take all the effort to make the props with the help of color paper or kite paper or threads or gift wrappers or colorful ribbons, colorful tapes. They make all the effort. This one really catches everybody's attention in the class. Some of them, if you take, see, I cannot make it a compulsion. I will tell, teaching aids are very, very important. Without teaching aids, you cannot teach a nursery child. That we all know. But I cannot make it a compulsion that everybody should learn origami, that everybody should have this sort of craft material. I cannot do that. First thing, I should understand a teacher in what she is good at. Maybe there are teachers without origami, without any paper cutting, without any craft, just by using the blackboard, they make the class very, very interesting because they may be artists, right? They can draw a beautiful apple on the blackboard with the help of colored shots. And their shading of the apple coloring looks so perfect. That is also an important aid. First teaching aid is a blackboard. Please remember, teachers, all the other aids, as the days went on and on, we started getting all teaching aids. That is what we call it. But first teaching aid, when we started school, we started only with a blackboard. That remains the first teaching aid. Even if we do not have anything with us, if we have 2-3 color chalk pieces and a white chalk piece and a blackboard, we can do wonders. We can do wonders. Apart from this blackboard teaching aid, you can make other things, as I told you, with kite paper or any craft material you can make. Right? Now, first I will explain, then I will show you. Okay. Next teaching aid is, what do I say? Charts. Every class will have charts. Or a chart. Chart. LKG, UKG charts. Charts. Okay. Sorry, teachers. So charts enhances, like, to get a kindergarten classroom, board culture. I mean, pulchan irukkunonna nothing on the board. Na blackboard only black pulchan irukkunonna sollala. Pulchan irukkunonna what you the content on the board.
Yes.
The content on the board, colorful flowers, beautiful writing. Yes, it should be so colorful. I will show you now. This is a small notice board. I've got it in the office room. If I go to the classroom, I'll not get this Wi-Fi connectivity. So I set up the office room with 2 notice boards here. Okay, little bit I will be showing the board here, the blackboard. Okay, so the board should be colorful. Inge thirumbanalu charts irukkum. You know, that is a nursery classroom. Colorful charts. The charts can be, you know, yellow, blue, green, but something on the chart, either the drawing, either some sticking or some pop-up pictures in the chart. So the teaching aids, first is the blackboard, second is a chart, and third is flashcards are very, very important from day 1 of nursery. Flashcards are everywhere. See, you all must be using better flashcards than what I am showing. I'm just the part of my sharing views, so I have to show this flashcards. Why do we need a flashcard? Now on the ABCD, I'm writing on the board, right? I also have ABCD on the chart. I've got 2 teaching aids for the same letter. But again, why do I have flashcards? Because to enhance my teaching and to interact with my children in a playway method, isn't it? So what do I do? Why do I use flashcards? Now I started teaching them, for example, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, nalla solli koduthutten. But then I want them to recognize further, understand further. So what do I do? Now suppose I've got what letter here? G. Yes. Now I give this like this to all the children in the classroom, and I will have the same set. So then I'm playing. Now it's a game. I'm making the class very interesting. Children, all of you have flashcards? Okay. Now just see what is your letter and hide it. So what did I do? Adinmo secret nala. They'll just hold it tight to their chest. Isn't it? So they get so excited with this simple game. I'm making them focused. I'm making them attentive. I'm doing so many things in giving just one flashcard, right? So I will tell, and I will tell this is my flashcard. Now I'll put my hands in the back. The flashcard will be behind me. I'll tell, here comes, here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. Now, those children who are having this letter, stand up and show your flashcard. They'll be so excited, they will show the flashcard. Wow, very good. Then I will tell, now, what is that flashcard? G. G? What is G? How does it sound? In the 10 of them who are having G, they'll say, G, 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 G. Wow, super, super. Okay. Now, with G, did auntie teach you all anything? They'll all think, yes, auntie, I know. When they all shout, what will I tell? The children, silence, I will ask. So they'll be waiting for their turn, right? They'll tell, auntie, girl, you taught us girl. Oh, okay. Then what will I do? I will not stop my conversation there. Girl, fine. How many girls are there in our classroom? Let us count. So immediately what will happen? 1, 2. Now, they are not only learning about the letters, I've also switched on to numbers simultaneously, isn't it? So they're getting this extra information, extra knowledge, apart from what I decided to teach. So they'll count 1, 2, auntie, 10 girls, auntie, 10 girls, 10 girls, 10 girls. Right. Okay, let's see how many boys are there. They will count boys. Right? Now all the G sit down. Now I go to the next flashcard. So like that, the flashcards play an important role as a prop, right? As a teaching aid, they're very important. First thing, when I have a flashcard, even I will have one. I'll have the same written on the blackboard and the same given to their hands. So see how much they are exposed to for one letter. It's in my hand It's on the blackboard. It is in their hands. So when they learn it, when I talk about it, that retains in their memory. What is that retaining in memory called? Quickly, as we spoke so much about it. What is that skill?
Cognitive skills.
Very good. Super teachers, 100 out of 100. 100 out of 100. Cognitive skills. So that retaining in memory, whenever I tell, it is cognitive skills. How do we sharpen their cognitive skills? By using these teaching aids in different ways possible. In different ways. The more we show them the aids, the more we speak to them about a particular letter or an object or a picture, it retains in their memory and their cognitive skills are sharpened. Right? So the teaching aid, I told you, blackboard, charts in the classroom, flashcards. And the fourth one, which we have been doing for the last 2 years, is what? The system, the AV, the computer, right? Before, children know what a computer is. They'll have a computer session where they will do some concepts in the computer, like drag A to the apple basket or take the apple to the A basket. So they used to play with the mouse. They know how to, shake the mouse and click on the mouse and all those concepts. But 2 years of pandemic, they are glued to the system, right? So what happens now? Getting glued to the system, is it an advantage or a disadvantage for that age group? I tell, to an extent, it is an advantage because they also need to see colorful pictures on the screen, some cartoon pictures, some dancing, some singing. But for this age group, it is the biggest disadvantage because there are so many skills which are lost, right? First thing, if I screen share, I don't like the screen sharing unless and until it's important. We should talk more, interact more, then only both the sides will learn. If I just share a screen and use my pointer, the cursor or the mouse and go on, it is for you to just see where is the interaction. Right? What is it? What I want to tell, I want to tell it clearly, not put it as that and I ask you all to read what is on the screen. Isn't it? So it is a biggest disadvantage for this age group because in the age தான் நிறைய பேச வரும், நிறைய பேச வைக்கணும், நிறைய corrections பண்ணணும், நிறைய encourage பண்ணணும், motivate பண்ணணும். If I just put it like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, நான் வந்து cartoon, I'll play the song. What is the use? The child is seeing like this. That's it. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. The cartoon, the girl in the cartoon, does all the actions. But where is the interaction? I don't want that. I'll say, come on, children. Let's sing a rhyme. Come on. Hands up. Roll down. Roll up. Roll down. Ready, ready, ready? Yes. Come on now, your hands. Open, close, open, close, open, close. On, off, on, off. Yes, now. Be ready. Get ready to shake your head. So, come on. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how? So we teach like that, isn't it? But when we share a system, when we take them to the AV room and show all this, it is not at all right, teachers. You can use it as an aid after you thoroughly teach them. That enhances your teaching. That adds more to your teaching. But first நம்ம ஏவி காமிச்சிட்டு இதுதான் எங்களோட ஏடுனா சரிப்பட்டு வராது. நம்மளோட work proper பக்கா teaching பண்ணிட்டு now they know what exactly it is and then you go to the AV room, take them, they will enjoy better and their cognitive skills are super. They will never ever forget for the next 2 years, right? So AV and computer is very, very important and now we are run only by the system. But I feel and many of them feel it is computer is important, AV is important, picture show is important, cartoon is important, but only after a classroom activity, after using the main teaching aids like blackboard, flashcards, charts, and then you come to computer, right? And methodology. Now I finished talking about aids, teaching aids, methodology. In a school, It's always nice that all the teachers follow the same methodology. Can I tell you why? Very important. இப்போ 5 section இருக்கு teachers. A, B, C, D, E. Okay. Now, A section teacher is too good in her craft activities. She has a different way of methodology of using many props. Right? B section, sort of a different methodology, where she is not as showable like the A section teacher. C section is again wavy. Right? What happens there, if you realize you might be a very good teacher, the C section teacher who is not using many props actually is an excellent teacher, but her excellence is not shown out. Why? The A section teacher, because she's using so many things, so many devices in teaching, her name stands first. So what happens? The 5 sections, the parents play a very sad role in this aspect as they start comparing the teachers. A section teacher does super. B section teacher, okay. Why should we get that name when the effort is the same? All the 5 teachers are putting in the same effort. Okay. Then why should we give a chance to the parents to speak about high about one teacher, moderate about another teacher, and low about another teacher when all are working together, sitting and planning the lesson plan, practicing for the next day's lesson? Why are we giving this chance? That is why you have to make use of methodology in your lesson plan where all of you go in the same way. Maybe the words may change, your expressions may change. I cannot tell all the teachers should have the same expression, should have the same flow. Not like that. But the important part, the methodology should be the same for all the teachers. So when it goes out, it should be like the same. So all the 5 of them are going hand in hand. So methodology is very, very important. And this methodology, as I told you, can come in the form of charts, teaching aids, in the form of narrating stories, or you can also play a game. In the beginning class, I told you, even if you write a letter on the board and you draw circles in the classroom, just take away all the furniture to the corners. All corners, make a circle inside, and again, multiple circles inside, write some alphabet or numbers or letters. And you can make children stand in the line. When you say G, create a G group, create a group, create a B group, right? And you can first ask them to go wherever their letter is, they should go stand there. So what happens? They're enjoying. It's a break for them. It's a fun-filled activity. And the third, they are learning what they have to learn. Not only their circle, they will also look at all these other circles, what is written there. So they are learning so much from this activity, which can be in the form of games. And you can also tell them, instead of running to their letter, hold shoulders and go like a train. Okay? So you'll make one engine driver, and the engine driver will hold, and the engine driver will go slow. The chuk 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 background should be done by the others. The engine driver will only move his hand. So they are so excited that it's a form of game. You're making them understand better. You're giving them the clarity with some games, indoor games like this. Like this, you can think of so many other games, right? And then coming to when you finish the story format, rhymes format, everything, you're enhancing what you're teaching. In our here in Chennai schools, we have something called free drawing and craft. We are very, very, very important for the children. Weekly one craft is important. Weekly free drawing is important. Okay. Why free drawing is important? Can I tell you that? Free drawing in or book, they have got a drawing book, right? And you ask them to draw something. You will draw something on the board. They need not draw the same thing. You tell them to draw. You won't believe. You must have also experienced. It's nothing new from my side. They will come up with beautiful drawings. Though the drawings are not perfect, the meaning behind the drawing is super to listen. Right? சும்மா ஒரு circle, சின்ன circle, பெரிய circle போடுவாங்க. அந்த பெரிய சின்ன circle-க்கு they'll have a story as father, mother, baby, child. அதுல ஒரு narration இருக்கும். And it is so nice to hear. It is so nice to hear. That is why free drawing teachers, it not only helps in their muscle coordination, that is why it is called free drawing. Not only helps, it also enhances their memory, imaginary skills, imagination. Only when free drawing is introduced, their imagination, they'll start exploring on whatever they want to draw. That imagination in the form of words, in the form of sentences, enhances their vocabulary. Enhances their vocabulary. As they try to explain the meaning of what the drawing is, they'll come out with new words. Sometimes it is broken words. But when we ask them, is it this what you're trying to say? Very happily, they will say, yes, auntie, right? So their vocabulary is enhanced when this free drawing is introduced, right? And then comes the craft. Craft is very, very important. One thing from the regular routine of learning things, it is something given to them as they remain focused. Craft is one activity. Craft is one where they remain focused. They sit in one place without moving until their work is done. And craft, every child, mark my words, you must have also experienced in your years of teaching, craft gives interest to everybody. There'll be not one child who shows disinterest towards craft, because that is one period where they learn to do the little bit pasting. Yes, and you know that vegetable print, vegetable carving, all that we teach them, they do it with so much of interest. And if I tell, I'll draw a mango and I'll give them yellow bits of paper to stick it. And I'll tell no white space. Children without white space will get 10 claps from auntie. So what do? They're focused, their eye-hand coordination. And those children who do not know to sit in a place for some time will automatically get used to sitting in one place, as they have to be seated and stay focused. So one paper, they start sticking bit. And when there is no white space, the craft is so beautiful. The same thing, vegetable print. We give onions, lady's finger, bitter gourd for vegetable print. And to make, now coming June, I'll be sharing the lesson plan with you. I think our first or second craft activity, I think it is with bitter gourd, right? Making a caterpillar with a bitter gourd. Superb it is. The children will enjoy it beautifully. When they do the vegetable print, after it dries, we will draw the feelers, we will draw the eyes and nose for them, and then show it to them, because they're too small to draw the outline, isn't it? But the shape of whatever we're doing, they will get an idea what exactly it is, right? So free drawing and craft is very, very, very important. And next, suppose, for example, for UKG, 1 minute, 1 second. Yeah. Suppose for UKG, I'm going to teach them about germination of a plant. My topic is that in UKG. Now, I need not go to shoot teaching them about the minute, name the parts of a plant. But what is needed, I can teach in a beautiful way, where it retains in their memory, the cognitive skills, just put them in place and they go home and they try it. Okay. For example, I will just do it for you on the board. First, my explanation will be there. Before I draw on the board, first I will explain to them. Then, while drawing on the board also, I will teach. So I will tell, what do you need for a plant to grow? They want to. I will tell a seed. A small seed for a plant to grow. So what do? I will tell the children, you should take a seed. You should collect soil in a bowl, in a glass or a bowl or a mud pot, and drop the seed into the mud and cover it with the mud. Leave it in the sunlight, in the balcony or window pane, because for a seed to grow into a plant, it needs sunlight and water. Okay, the rainwater automatically is there. If there is no rain, we have to pour water, right? So for the plant to grow, you need sunlight and water. And you wait 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, fourth day, what happens? Is there any difference? No. It will take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days first for the root to form. Children, you cannot see the root. The seed which is inside the soil, the root forms to the seed which we cannot see. After the root forms, you will find something peeping out, a green color coming out. Wow, my plant, you jump with joy. That is called the stem. So I will not go into deep analysis of so many names for the germination of a seed. Simple with just 5 words. That's it. I'll see the stem. Now next day morning I see the stem is little big. Next day morning, little big. And the next day I'll see something coming out. What is that? It's a leaf. It is a leaf. Now again I wait. Again the stem is growing up. Leaf again this side, leaf again that side. After that, what do I see? I see a bud. I see a bud. Again I see the sunlight. Yes, the sun, it is just below the sun. Every day I pour water and I wait. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 7 days, 10 days, 12 days. This bud opens up as a beautiful flower. Opens up as a beautiful flower. And children, if it is a tree, what happens? If it is a fruit tree, this flower becomes a fruit. So shall we say again now? What do we need for the germination of a plant? We need soil, that is mud. We need seed, sunlight, and water. That's all. Once you plant the seed, after 5 days, what happens? The root will be formed. Can you see the root? No. Wait. Suddenly a green one comes up, standing line. What is that? That's a stem. After a few days, leaf. So while even if we draw it on the board, this is how it is. Yes, I do not have a brown chalk, teachers. So I will just show you with what I have. So when we draw this on the board, the children get so excited. Okay. Now first I will tell children, I am taking soil. Okay. So I've taken soil. Okay. Then I tell them, children, now I'm dropping a seed in the soil. Now I'm dropping a seed. Right? And then I am placing this. It can be a cup, it can be a bucket, it can be anything. I am placing this outside where there is sun. And children, what did I do? Big triangle, small triangle. Big triangle, small triangle. This is the sun. And I want my sun to smile. So 2 small circles and a smiling face. Then what do? I'm going to draw some rain clouds. I'm going to draw some rain clouds and I will show the rain clouds. Sometimes if there's no rain, what should we do? We must take one mug and pour water. Yes? So now there is sunlight, there is water, the seed is inside the soil, inside the mud. I wait for 5 days, the root is formed. The root will look like this, children. It is like this. Then separately I will show them. It will be like this with slanting line, slanting line, slanting line, again slanting line, slanting line, slanting line. A big slanting line, small slanting line. A big slanting line, small slanting line. So the root is formed. Now I wait for 10 days. 10 more days. When I wait for 10 more days, what happens? I see a small green standing line. So that is the stem. Wow, we jump around, right? The plant has come, my seed has grown. I can see a green colored stem. I wait for a few days. I will see 2 leaves, beautiful leaves. After a few days, I will see a bud. And after a few days, as I pour water and as the sun's rays fall on the plant, this bud turns into a beautiful flower. And if it is a mango tree or an apple tree or a guava tree, the flower becomes a fruit. The flower becomes a fruit. So what do I do to enhance my teaching? I not only told them, explained to them verbally, I also have a germination of a seed chart kept in the class for the whole term. Plus, I have this on the board. And the fourth one, what I do, usually during Pongal time, we start the germination of the seed. And just a week before Pongal, what we do, we get these paper cups. We will take the children in a line down, make them collect sand, make them scatter seeds. And every day, we make them water the plants. We keep them in the corridor. They come to school, they see to what extent is anything visible in the plant. Once they see the green stem coming out, they jump with joy and say, Auntie, the roots have formed, so I can see the stem. That is what they tell. Why do they say that? Because of my explanation here. First, the roots have to be formed, which you cannot see. Once the stem comes out, the root has formed, so the stem has come out. So the root comes. They are so happy. Auntie, they're so excited. Next day they come, they see the leaves. And the next day they come, they see it is spreading. So that is given as a takeaway gift to the children. That is the Pongal pot. Like, we give it like that at different occasions. We make them do the activity. So they know which is their pot. They know which they have to plant, which they have to pour water. And we also tell them, see, we have kept it in the corridor where there is sun's rays. So teaching aids, methodology, and takeaway gifts like this are very, very, very important teachers. Okay. Now, next. Why is, we know that we have to be prepared to class. We have to get ready of what we are going to teach. We need to make use of the charts. We need to make use of the blackboard. We need to make use of teaching aids. We need to make use of flashcards. We know all this. இது எல்லாத்துக்குமே முக்கியமானது என்ன? Your lesson plan. Is your lesson plan ready on the cupboard for the day? That you should see. So teachers, make this very important. Varam enna pandringo, whatever you decide to do in the coming week, it should be on the cupboard latest by Friday evening for Monday to Friday. Latest by Friday evening, it should be there. It is so nice if you have the lesson plan ready on the cupboard. And suppose you take leave, somebody comes, your substitute, some teacher comes, the lesson plan should be handy. It should be so clear that she's able to get to the class. Anybody comes for inspection, wow, great job, good school, super school. Why? This one lesson plan which has what you have to do for the week, the methodology, the teaching aids, what you have is already there on the cupboard on a Friday evening for the coming week's class. This is very, very, very important, teachers, right? I'm sure you must be following this, no doubt, but I'm just stressing on it because it's very, very important. What we do here is we sit and discuss lesson plan for 1 month. We finish it off. So that this weekly sitting, we don't want to waste time. Some craft activities need a lot of things to use. Some takeaway, we need a lot of materials. So if we don't discuss it for the month, we will not have time to buy the materials or the needed stuff for the craft or takeaway, right? So every month, for 1 month, we finish off with the lesson plan. It is on the cupboard. The 15th day or the 20th day, mostly the 15th day of that month, we will discuss for the next month. Again, the 15th day of that month, we will discuss for the... So, the teachers are not pressurized here. Even I am not pressurized, right? When I discuss on the 15th day for the next month, the teacher has solid 15 days to present her lesson plan and get it ready onto the cupboard. And a lesson plan, teachers kindly understand, should not be written in a hurry. Okay, done. The more you put in your thoughts in the lesson plan, the best you will perform in the class and the best the children will receive what you're trying to say. So the lesson plan is very, very, very important. It can be week-wise, it can be month-wise, but the month-wise is very, very it works out better than the week wise, right? Now comes, we finished all the props, we finished teaching aids, we finished lesson plan, we finished everything. Now comes most important topic, time management. Very, very important. நான் இன்னைக்கு இது சொல்லி கொடுக்க போறேன். ஆனா given 1 hour, how will I manage? எனக்கு 1 hour தான் இருக்கு சொல்லி கொடுக்க. அந்த 1 hourல I should teach them. I should also train them for some annual day function. I should make them write, and the child is a slow eater. How will I manage that? How will I manage the duty given to me for sports day, for annual day, for puppet show? So all these questions come under time management. Na eppadi panna pore? So what should you do? You should plan accordingly. Morning after prayer, this is the time I'm going to start this. You should give yourself, okay, if go by 5-10 minutes, munnuk pinna ponena, how will I manage? Right? Maybe I will start lunch for the child 5 minutes late. Right? But your thought is to complete that day's work, no carryover. So when there is no carryover, how do you fix it? So it is in your hands. How smart you can be. This cannot be explained, but only experienced. And if 1 hour I'm asked to, make the child write, read, and conduct a reading test, give a grade to the child. Plus, I'm given a duty to teach prayer song for annual day. Na enna pannuven? So what do? I come to class early. When there is so many things to manage the time, I come to class early. Okay, na idu panna vekkano, class ku ponu, avangale train pannu illa. How do? Come to class early, have my breakfast early, and just wait for the children to come. As they come, what I do, I take all the slow learners, all the slow writers, call them to my table, finish half of my work, so that I don't have to start after the prayer. Some I will keep during class hours. So when I do this, when I know to manage my time, I'm able to accomplish the complete day's assigned tasks given to me. So time management is very, very important. Pre-plan the program. If this, if that, because you have to meet all deadlines at the given time. A well-planned teacher will do it absolutely well. But planning is very important. How do I plan? How do I exhibit? How do I do this? How do I connect this? It all depends on your time management. Time management is very, very important. Now, there is a timetable in the class, right? But you cannot follow exactly like the timetable. It is not at all easy for a kindergarten teacher to follow. First period English irukku. Ennala mudikka mudiyala for various reasons. The child is somehow not okay that day. You have 2 vomitings in the class. Yes, one child vomits. Looking at that vomit, there are 2 other children vomiting. Cleaning the classroom takes 10-15 minutes. Pouring phenyl, washing, allowing the class to dry, taking the children out, make them sit. Again, once it tries to make them go inside. Again, the children say it is smelling, it is this auntie, that auntie. You get a room freshener and spray room freshener. Your English period is over. Your English period is over. What can you do? This typically happens in any kindergarten class. It is all right. It is not that I have to finish that day, that thing. I have got 5 days to finish. There will be some unhappenings in the classroom. Keeping that in mind, I carry over to this next day because there is a genuine reason. There is a genuine reason, and mostly when teachers are having headache or having body pains, even that we don't bother. We finish. Our duty is to finish. We will finish it. In case our body does not cooperate for some reason, it is all right to carry the work to the next day. It is all right to carry the work to the next day, but see to it you finish within that week, because every Friday the books go home. The child should be in a position to answer, to explain, what the child has learned in the classroom. To that extent, you must manage the time and see that the child is well prepared when the child goes home for the weekend, because all the books go home. The written books all go home. The child should be able to explain to the parent what the child has learned all through the week. Right? So managing all these very important. Classroom environment is very important, teachers. And as I already told you, reiterating the same thing, colorful charts, teaching aids, very important. And the nursery furniture also plays a major role. Why do we have colorful tables, colorful chairs? Because for nursery, it's only about colors, right? The classroom should be vibrant, that tender age. It should not be like a proper school sort of a thing. It should be like a play area where you are managing everything. It's not only academics in a playway method, plus colorful charts, colorful chairs, colorful tables. All these make a vast difference in the child's growing up years, that to the tender age, the nursery age. Can you all hear me, teachers?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, because there's some internet, I'm getting a message, some internet instability or something. Okay. Then one more thing, a nursery classroom, it should be spacious for the child to move around. But that does not mean you should encourage the child to stand up as and when he or she likes, or to walk around as and when he or she likes. When it is oral time, study, reading time, listening time, the child has to sit in the place and listen. It is listening time. When you begin the class itself, you will tell children, now auntie is going to speak and children are going to hear. Listening time. So zip up. You should not get up for any reason unless and until you want to use the washroom, you want to go susu, you want to go potty, raise your hand. But simply you should not get up and walk in the class, because this is listening time. You have to listen, right? So classroom environment, how you keep the classroom environment very happy, very clean, very colorful, all in the teacher's hands. And one more thing, as I told you, if you have 5 sections in the class, see that you maintain the same in all the 5 sections, so that you don't give parents a chance to judge on based on the classroom than the skill of a teacher. This is very sad. It happens, teachers. Some parents, they judge based on the classroom, but they forget the skill of the teacher, the hard work of the teacher. So I always say, all 5 classrooms, if you are having in a school, all 5, see that you maintain it the same way, so that you don't give parents a chance to question about the teacher, right? Here in DAV, we see to it, we have 10 sections in Gopalpuram. We see all 10 sections have the same charts, the same methodology, the same colorful boards, right? Only thing, my expressions might vary from the other teacher. That I cannot do anything about it, isn't it? But extra knowledge, you're always welcome to do. You don't have to stick on to one sentence. Yes, instead of saying that I have a car, I can say I have a big car. I can say I have a small car. I have a red color car. I like my car. I like to go in the car. That is different. The way you explain is different. Right? Yes. Now, we finished about props. We finished about teaching aids. We finished about class management. We finished everything. Now, what is the most important thing? Any guesses? Class control. How well you are able to control your class. A class of 40. Yes, 10 பசங்க அழகா உட்கார்ந்து பண்றாங்க, 4 பசங்க ஏந்திரிச்சு உட்கார்றாங்க, இன்னும் 4 பசங்க ஓடி விளையாடுறாங்க, catching game. How do you control? Without being harsh, without getting angry. And the bio from day one, they should know that you're the best teacher, you're the most affectionate teacher, but there are certain conditions where they have to listen. At the day one, Lendi, you must have teachers. Class control is very important. You may be an excellent teacher. Yes, your approach to the children may be really good. The children may understand very well what you speak. But if you do not have a proper class control, then it comes as a negative mark. Class control is very important. Class of 40, நீங்க சொல்லுறது கேட்கணும், எப்போ சிரிக்கணுமோ சிரிக்கணும், விளையாடணும், எல்லாம் இருக்கு. பட் அந்த வாய்ஸ் and the can you look, you know that there's somebody who is standing, has to get back to the place immediately. For this, you don't have to be harsh. You don't have to show an angry face, but the way you approach, the way you make the children understand from day one. Yes, auntie is your friend. Auntie is going to play with you. Auntie is going to teach. Auntie is going to do this. Auntie is going to make you dance. Auntie is going to take you to the sand play. Auntie is going to take you to the video room, computer room, everything you tell. But darlings, listen to one thing. When auntie says sitting time, it is only sitting time. When auntie says it's listening time, it's only listening time. When auntie says it is writing time, it's only writing time. When auntie says time to go to the washroom, let's stand in a line, hands at the back, it is going to the washroom time. You have to understand every command made by auntie. So a good class control teachers, it's a very big thing. You have to achieve it. It is good for you, good for the children, good for your neighboring class, and good for the people who suddenly walk into your class as inspectors. Right? So class control, you have to handle. It is tough to handle some restless children. I'll give you a few tips. Okay? Few tips of how to handle. One second. Now, a restless child. If the child is sitting at the back, see that he sits in the front when you're teaching, when you're doing the orals. You can also make him sit in the teacher's chair. Certain children, when they are very restless and you give them a chance to sit on the teacher's chair, they feel so elated. They just sit thinking it's a great honor sitting on the teacher's chair. That is one tip, right? When it comes to writing, you see that there are children who are not writing. So what do? You bring them to the teacher's table. You sit, make all 4 or 5 stand around you. Go on patting them. Yes, Kanna did it. Come on, turn, slanting line, turn, come down. Super, you got the word, right? So this constant encouragement, you can make them do at the table for 1, 2, 3, 4 days. From 5th day, they are ready to go right where they are seated. Understood? Then, always have a friendly chat with your children. It should not be rules. Rules conveyed in an affectionate way. If you do this is only super Kanna. Wow. Even I was like you, I used to do like that. My auntie gave me 10 stars because I listened to her. Immediately to get 20 stars, you'll do a better job. Because you got only 10 stars. I'm going to be better than you and I will get 20 stars. So this is the thought of the child, right? You can easily teach us one thing. This is the age. They are like clay. Mold. They're all in your hands. But your approach matters. You can mold them to your thoughts. You can mold them your way. Very, very easy because they are so tender. They are so tender. They will listen to you, but the way you tell matters most. And teachers first should understand their behavior. First day you cannot understand. Now when you carry this boy home, right? You carry the thoughts of, okay, at home you are not in peace. Yes, because you want to bring in some changes to this child. But whatever you are trying, you're not able to bring the child to normal at par with the class. So you think of various means and methods to work on the child individually. So enna panvinga, you will take your kids' toys to school and try to attract the child. And you try to tell him, see, auntie, this is, see, auntie will get for you. Only those children whom you think it is tough to handle, you must think of other way. Now, bribing is wrong. But bribing little children to an extent is okay. Only certain children, you bribe them, they don't know what is bribe, right? When you're appreciating them in the form of a sticker or in the form of a chocolate or anjiruva or plastic, some car you'll get, some toy you'll get, or a colorful rubber band or a colorful marker. It's all right. Tell, see, this beautiful marker, I have only one. It's going to be yours if you're going to finish this. It's a magic. They will finish it. And slowly you can cut down on giving things, the little things, a small chocolate or a new chocolate or a new chicky, something. You can drastically bring it down by replacing it with sketch markers or stars, like gold color star, maroon color star, red color star, all this. Then, when all these you have tried, still you're not able to understand the child. From your training, your Montessori training, your nursery training, from your experience as a teacher for so many years, எல்லாமே பண்ணிட்டீங்க. ஆனாலும் you're not able to find out what the problem is. So what do? You call the parents for a meeting and you tell the parents it's a friendly meeting. It is not a complaint against your ward. I want to help your ward, but now I need your cooperation. I have tried my best since a month. I'm trying. I'm not able to understand. So now I've come to a point where I need your help. What is that help? Point 1. How is the child at home? First, you have to know whether the child has met all the milestones from the time of birth. Any one milestone is late, it definitely affects the classroom, the child in the classroom, whether it is writing, whether it is reading, whether it is anything. Suppose the mother says, 2 வயசு வரைக்கும் பேச்சே வரல, right? So there's a problem in the milestone where the speech is late. Where the speech is late. Are you all understanding, teachers? So you got one information. So like this, when you call a parent and find out what the problem is, you will understand where the child is falling down in the classroom. So immediately what do you tell the parents? Yes, ma'am or sir, however you address them, you tell, see, this is the difficulty I'm having. I need your help. This is my hand and this is your hand. We both join, then only we can clap. With one hand, I cannot clap. So to make a sound, thunderous clap, I need your help right now. So what do? Both of you sit and plan. Okay, I am doing this in the classroom. You please help me out with this in the at home. So together we'll work on your child and the child will definitely come at par with other children. That is the way you work with the parent, which is very, very, very important. You must discuss the issue with the parent, which is very important. And from then on, trying to make the child understand, what exactly is happening, right? So when you tell Kana, Amma is going to give this work to you at home, you have to do this. Tomorrow you should show, I'll be waiting for you. When you tell this, the child definitely will show a lot of interest at home when his mother or father is going to teach or sit with him and make him understand. So morning you should tell Nakalila, first I'll be waiting only for you. He will finish that work and he'll wait for the next day to begin, comes running to class and shows the book, right? So making the parent understand. At the same time, there are some parents who are not at all cooperative, but you should bring them to your side. How do you bring them to your side? By talking so nicely to them, saying that it is only for your child I need help. It's only for him or her to come at par with other children. It is not a complaint. Yes, they should be made to understand all 5 fingers are not the same, isn't it? Definitely in a class, if I'm going to have all 40 children who can read and write, then there's no need of me there, right? No work for me at all. If they're able to copy everything from the board, I'll just put a tick and give them 3 stars and say, very good. No. What is the challenge for a teacher? The challenge for a teacher is to bring all 40 at the same par, isn't it? Like 10, if they are very smart, the other 10 will be super smart. The other 5 will be very, very, very slow. There'll be definitely 2 children who will not write, who will not read, who will not listen. But how do you bring? That is the challenge of a teacher. That too, for a kindergarten teacher, it is very, very important as we play so many roles in the classroom. It is very, very tough, isn't it? But we have to try our best and bring them to that level, right?